This is English Literature Web. I am Prof.L.B. Gayakawad talking on the topic duality, property of language. What is duality? Duality means dual levels, dual sides, dual meanings. It means that the property of language is called the duality, and duality is the dual levels. Means every sentence or every word has dual levels. Dual levels means two levels, two sides and two meanings. That is called the duality. So the next is double articulation. It means that the language has the double articulation. Articulation means the double pronunciation. Means that word is pronounced W, means double. That word is pronounced as double. That is called double articulation. Means we can pronounce that word, or we have to pronounce that word, we have to articulate that word double. That is called double articulation. Means there is the double articulation, there is the dual levels, dual sides, dual meanings. It means that there are the two types of articulations, two types of meanings, two types of sides, two types of levels. That is called the duality. So duality means the dual levels, the dual sides, the dual meanings, means the two levels, two sides, two meanings, two articulations. It means that language has two sounds. It means that the language has two sounds called sound and meaning. Means language means what? Language means words, language means sounds, language means phrases. So those words, those sounds and those phrases have the two sounds. Means every language has the two sounds called sound and meaning. Means there are the sounds and there are the meanings in the language, and that's why it is said that every language has two sounds called sound and meaning, which come with double meaning. It means that these sounds, these meanings, these dual sounds or dual meanings come with double meanings. It means that they have the dual meaning, or they have the double meanings. Means they give us the double meaning. They express, they describe the double meanings. That is called the duality. So double meanings, that is, they tell two meanings. They tell two meanings. Means such sounds or such meanings tell us the two meanings. Means every sound or every meaning has two meanings. Has two meanings means two levels, means two descriptions or two expressions. So that is called, they tell two meanings. Sentences are made bringing words, sounds together. Here it is the best system about making the sentences. So sentences are made. It means that we make sentences, or people can talk sentences, or the speaker can talk sentences. It means the sentences are made bringing words, sounds together. It means that when the words and sounds come together, then the sentence is made or the sentence is written or spoken. It means that every person speak sentences with the help of the words and sounds together. Means that person, that speaker brings together the words and sounds, and that is called the sentences are made bringing words and sounds together. There are 44 sounds are there, or there are 44 sounds in the English language. How many sounds are there in the English language? In the English language, there are 44 sounds in the English language, called 24 consonants, 12 vowels, 08 diphthongs with strangeness. It means that in the English language there are the 44 sounds, and those 44 sounds are called 24 consonants. It means that in the English language there are the consonants 24, there are the vowels 12, and there are the diphthongs 8. In this way there are the 44 sounds in the English language. And these sounds means these 44 sounds. These sounds have individual meanings. What is the explanation? The explanation is that these sounds means these 44 sounds have the individual meanings. Individual meanings means they have their separate meanings. Means they have their own meanings. That is called the individual meanings. So these sounds have the individual meanings. It means that these 44 sounds give us their own meanings, their separate meanings, and that is called the explanation that these sounds have the individual meanings. With strangeness, it means that these 44 sounds have the strange meanings, strange features, or they give us the strange meanings, means sounds. That is the dual sounds they give us. That is called with strangeness. Means these 44 sounds are very strange sounds, or very special sounds, or they are very strange sounds. That is the explanation. We can create double words or double meanings with these sounds. Means there are the 44 sounds, and with the help of these 44 sounds we can create, means we can make. We can create means what? We can make, or we can write, or we can speak. What? We can speak, we can write, we can make double words. Double words means we can write the dual words, means the pair of the words. The pair of the words, that is called the dual words, two levels, just we saw. And so here the explanation is that we can create double words or double meanings with these sounds. With these sounds means with these 44 sounds. It means that these 44 sounds can create double words or double meanings. It is the explanation. For example, neighbor and beano. So here we have taken the two sounds. So here neighbor and beano. So when we see that there are two sounds, and those two sounds are yan means no sound, yan means no sound, and B means B sound. So this N sound and this B sound have created here the two different meanings. Means this N has created nib and this B has created bin. And again this N has occurred here, this N has come here, and these sounds have made the two pairs, and the pairs are nib and bin. So nib and bin means these nib and bin, these two pairs, nib and bin, have different meanings. See here, these two sounds have created the two pairs and they have the different meanings. Means the nib has the separate meaning, means the meaning of this nib is different and the meaning of this bin is very different. So their meanings are not same, their meanings are different from each other, and that's why here is the explanation that we can create double words. Means these are the two double words. The meanings means nib and bin are the double meanings with these sounds, means with the help of these 44 sounds. And here the example is given, and that example is nib and bin. And the next explanation is that nib and bin have different meanings. Means this nib and this bin are giving us very different meanings from each other, and that's why here the explanation is that nib and bin have different meanings. Duality is the economical feature of the language. Means duality is the economical feature. Economical feature means what? It is the feature which is giving us the meaning or the sound in a shortcut way. Shortcut way means what? In a very less way. Means it is not in the long sense, or it is not in the expansive sense. Means the duality is the economical feature. That means it is very I will say the speaker can speak very shortly. There is the short span, or the speaker can speak shortly. So duality is the economical feature of the language to make the analytical sentences. Means this duality is the economical feature, and this duality makes the analytical sentences to make language rich. It means that because of this duality, the language becomes rich. Means this duality makes the language rich. Means because of this duality, the language is very rich. That is the explanation, and that's why here we can say that the duality is the economical feature, and that's why this economical feature of this language makes the analytical sentences to make the language rich. Means to make the language versatile, or to make the language very much healthy, very much scientific. Sentences are made with the limited symbols. Now the explanation is that sentences means the sentences which we make are made with the limited symbols. The explanation again I will say is that sentences are made means we make the sentences, or the speaker makes the sentences, or the speaker speaks the sentences with the limited symbols are sounds, words and phrases. It means that just we saw that the sentences are made with the limited symbols, and the limited symbols are sounds, words and phrases. It means that in the language, means in the English language, the symbols are limited, means the sounds are limited, words are limited and phrases are limited. Means the sounds and words are limited, means the sounds are only 44 sounds are there. That's why they are the symbols. These 44 sounds are the symbols, and so the symbols are limited, means the sounds, words and phrases are limited. And with the help of these limited symbols, the sentences are made. Means if we see the classical books, if we see the religious books, then we can see there, or we see there many paragraphs or many sentences. All these many sentences have been made with the help of the limited symbols, and those symbols are sounds, words and phrases. That is the explanation. Thus, the duality produces more and more description and expression. So it happens with the help of the duality, and this duality produces, means creates, means the duality gives us the more and more descriptions, means there are many descriptions, there are many expressions. It means explanations, means we can explain, we can express, or we can describe with many ways, means we can use many ways, we can use many systems to describe, many systems to express, and in this way this duality of the language helps to make many sentences. It means that many descriptions and many expressions to make sentences, or to make language rich, or to make language healthy. And that's why here the explanation is that the duality produces more and more description and expressions. So the next is phoneme. The phoneme has no meaning in isolation. What is the explanation? Phoneme. Phoneme means what? Phoneme means a word. Phoneme means what? Phoneme means a word. So the phoneme, or the phoneme means the sound. So there are 44 sounds. It means that there are the 44 phonemes, we can say. So the phoneme has no meaning in isolation. In isolation means in the single situations, means in the separate situation, means when there is the phoneme in the separate situation, it means that when we write that phoneme separately, or when we write that phoneme in the separate way, or when we write that phoneme in the single way, or if we write that phoneme single, then that phoneme has no meaning. Means the single phoneme has no meaning at all. Means there is no meaning to the single phoneme. So here we have said that phoneme has no meaning in isolation. But if it is grouped into a sentence, now there are the phonemes. So 44 sounds are there, 44 then I will say alphabets are there, sounds are there, words are there. So my point is that when these phonemes means we will say the words, means one word has no meaning at all. It has the meaning, no doubt at all, because if it is the word, it has the meaning. But the phoneme has no meaning, because the phoneme is the smallest part, and that's why the smallest part has no meaning at all, and that's why the phoneme has no meaning in the isolation or in isolation. But if it is grouped into a sentence, means when we make a sentence with the help of the phoneme, or when we add that phoneme into a sentence, means phoneme plus phoneme plus phoneme, and when that becomes a sentence, when this type of situation is there before us, that is called the sentence. Means when the phoneme is grouped into a sentence, then it gives us the double meaning. Means that phoneme gives us the double meaning. So here, what is the explanation? Suppose, what is the phoneme? The phoneme is P. What is the phoneme? The phoneme is B. So the phoneme is P, the phoneme is B. So this P and this B have no meanings in the single situation. Means when we write them singly, or in the single sense, when we write them, or when we say only P, it has no meaning. What is P? It has no meaning. What is B? It has no meaning. So the single phoneme has no meaning at all. But when that single phoneme is grouped together into a sentence, or when we make a sentence with the help of the phoneme, that sentence has the meaning. It means that that phoneme has got now the meaning, and so the explanation is that phoneme has no meaning in isolation, but if it is grouped together, or when it is grouped into a sentence, the phoneme means it gives us the double meaning. Means that phoneme gives us the double meaning. For example, P has no meaning at all. This B has no meaning at all. But when we make pen, P-E-N, pen, means this phoneme is here P, and with the help of this P, we have made the word, and that has been pen. Means this P has become pen, and this B has become boy. So this pen and boy have got now the meaning. But when we speak singly, or when we speak in the single way, only P and only B, these two phonemes has no meaning at all. But when these two phonemes come into the words, then they get the meaning. Pen, pen has the particular meaning, and boy has the particular meaning. So this is the explanation that phoneme has no meaning in isolation, but if it is grouped together into a sentence, it gives us the double meaning. For example, P and B, pen and boy, means they give us the double meaning. So here is the double meaning. See, pen and boy, double meaning is there. The meaning is double. So they have given us the meaningful words. It means that this P and this B have given us the meaningful words. So this P has given us pen, and this B has given us boy, and that's why here we have said that they have given us the meaningful words and sentences. Now sentences means what? For example, see, pen penned beautiful lines. Pen penned beautiful lines. It means that there is the pen, and that pen has written the beautiful lines. That is the sentence. And so this sentence is a very meaningful sentence. Means what we have written? We have written that the pen penned beautiful lines. And the second sentence is boys play games. Boys play games and pen penned beautiful lines. These are the two sentences, and these two sentences we have got from these two single phonemes. So these are the single phonemes, but these single phonemes have made here pen and boy and this pen has made here the sentence, and this boy made here the sentence, and that's why now this phoneme means these two phonemes have got the particular meaning in the sentences, and that's why here we have said that when the phoneme is separate, it has no meaning, and when that phoneme is grouped into a sentence, that phoneme has the particular meaning, and that's why here these two sentences are giving us the particular meanings. It means the phoneme gets meaning in the group. What is the explanation? It means the phoneme means this phoneme, p and b, means the phoneme gets the meaning in the group. This is the group. Pen, paint, beautiful lines. Boys play games. These are the two sentences, and these sentences are the groups of words, and that's why here we can say that it means the phoneme gets meaning in the group, means in these groups these phonemes, two phonemes p and b, have got the particular meaning, and so it is the explanation that in the group or in the sentence the phoneme gets the meaning, and it has no meaning individually, means this phoneme, this p and this b has no meaning in the separate sense, and when these two have been added into the sentences, into the groups of words, then they have got the particular meaning, and that's why the explanation is given here like this, and it has no meaning individually. They should be added to the groups to give the meanings. It means that if we want the meaning from the phonemes, then we should add these phonemes to the groups, and so here the sentences that they should be added to the groups to give them meanings. It means that when we want the meaning from the phonemes, then we should add these phonemes to the sentences or to the groups of the words, and then they get the easily meaning. That is the explanation. And thus this duality, in this way, this duality 1 and 2, that is the duality. So this duality has given us our modern and classical literatures. Here the explanation is that this is the duality of the language. Actually, duality means there are only two meanings, two levels, means two articulations. These are the two articulations, pen and boy, and this duality or this dual articulation, this dual level has given us our modern and classical literature. Means we have the modern as well as the classical literature in our life, and such type of literature means there are many holy books, there are many scientific books, means there are many books available in the libraries. All these classical and modern literatures we have got only with the help of the duality. So here today we have finished the topic of today, and that is called the duality as the property of language. So what is our topic? Our topic is duality, the property of language. And here in this lecture we have finished this topic, and then we will see the next topic in the next lecture. Thank you very much.